Hi everyone, thank you for tuning back into OG4Thee. So as you guys know, this channel is about finding solutions to the problems Canada is currently facing across all provinces. One of the most prominent problems that we obviously talk about all the time amongst our friends and amongst newcomers as well as people who've been in Canada for a long time is the influx of immigrants that we've experienced in the 7 to 10 years. And in my point of view, the blame is being put on to the immigrants that are bringing themselves obviously to this country, whether they're international students or workers, or it came through other pathways. However, the thing that Canadians need to understand is that immigration system is systemically allowing for this to happen. And what do I mean by that? International students have been able to come from India, for example, in the last 10 years in a significant proportion, higher proportion among in comparison to other countries, and that proportion is about 60%. Now, the Indian students that are coming in are not to blame for them coming in. Canada simply allowed a policy for Indian students to come in. They took advantage of it through the Student Direct Stream program, through the other international student program, and the embassies and the offices of the IRCC supported them through a higher approval rate. Of course, there is DLIs, designated learning institutions, to blame for bringing in students who are not relative to the Canadian economy, but the system was set up by the IRCC, and in order for these students to come in, and there was a higher number of approvals for people from India. That's just the truth. Similarly, for work permits, we have the same situation. We had a policy for LMIAs, especially after or suddenly after COVID between 2022 to 2025, that we wanted to bring in international workers because apparently we had a shortage of workers. And because of that filling in of shortage of workers through the LMIA program, we allowed another uh, 500,000 people to come in through that stream. So these are all systematic issues that IRCC has been able to work on in the past few years. And it just surprises me when I see the federal government trying to reverse these changes because these are all things that they are aware of. Yesterday, there was a video out by our immigration minister, which God bless her, but she was talking about the starter visa program. And she's literally on camera saying that I just learned about this program after I became the immigration minister. So I really don't understand the liberal government where they have not only changed 7 immigration ministers in the last 10 years, but also they have put in somebody who is not even aware of the programs that she's supposed to be the minister of. This is like having a doctor hired at a clinic who has not even completed his designation. I am trying to find solutions for this, and I am working on solutions for this. But currently, the way things are going, we need to have new leadership. We need to have young people come in from different cities, different communities across Canada, and to put Canada first, to put immigration policies that support Canada first, to put healthcare policies that put Canada first, to put education policies that put Canada first, to put criminal law investigation authority back into the hands of the police and the authorities so crime can be persecuted, so we have safety and security across Canada. This is all doable. It requires leadership, it requires effort, and I would encourage everybody from between the ages of 20 to 40, or doesn't matter what age you are, but come on the platforms and talk about these types of things. And one thing to keep in mind as Canadians is I grew up in a very cohesive and integrated environment in Canada where people from all different backgrounds were in my class. And I didn't care if somebody was from China or India or Bangladesh or Africa or Jamaica or whatever. All I knew is he's my classmate. I have seen that type of mentality deteriorate in the last 5 to 7 years, where now we have become a divisive or divisive community or a country where we label people. Quite frankly, we're like, he's Canadian or he's Indian or he's Jamaican or whatever, and we don't want to communicate with them just based on their nationality. So that is a difference that has been brought about through the systemic change that has happened. What we are working on collectively in Alberta and in BC is to bring back cohesiveness through different communities. And we will work on it. We want you to work on it and not give up, because this country, as you guys can see, is beautiful, is resourceful. There's so many solutions. There's so much prosperity that can still happen in this country. And we shouldn't give up. Rather, we should work together in a cohesive environment so we can make this country as great as it has always been and even better. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.